Born and raised in a village located at the bottom of a volcano, losing her sight at a very young age and developing the ability to predict the future. Baba Vanga sounds like something straight out of a fairy tale, but I can guarantee you that she was very real, and so was her ability to see what lies ahead. What is good, my friends? My name is Nicholas Playlog, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the top 5 scary Baba Vanga predictions that might come true in 2022. Let's get into it. Number 5 on this list is an alien attack. Baba Vanga believes that in 2022 we will make our first confirmed public communication with aliens, and that it won't go as well as we hope. She says that we will interact with these intelligent beings and that they will send ships to Earth and bomb our cities and take humans as their captives. Now in April 2022, the Defense Department of the United States released videos of what was called an unidentified aerial phenomena. If you've ever seen the video, then you know that the object was not flying in any way that our technology currently can. It was moving around almost like a dragonfly could, moving seamlessly through the air at extremely fast speeds. Many people have speculated that this was the work of aliens, and as of right now we don't have any human explanation for it. It should also be noted that we are always sending out communication waves into space to see if we get anything back. Would I be surprised if 2022 was the year that we got something back? Well, yeah, no, I probably would, but I can also see the reality of it happening as well. I also want to point out that our definition of alien kind of implies that something from a different world will come and take over, and that's also what Baba Vanga has insinuated. However, what about AI? Artificial intelligence is a completely different way of thinking than we have, and therefore alien to our human brains. I'm not just pulling this out of thin air either, but some experts have started to refer to artificial intelligence as another alien being as it gets smarter and smarter. I could totally see a reality where AI gets smart enough and begins some type of attack on the human race. This wouldn't really fit into the whole narrative of Baba Vanga though, because she did state that humans would be taken as captives, but she's also been very vague with some of her predictions before. I think that this prediction is slightly less likely than some of the other ones we're going to talk about, but I can by no means rule it out and have to acknowledge the fact that it might happen. Number 4 on this list is severe famine. Baba Vanga believes that in 2022 severe famine will ravage the world and lead to extreme conflicts that rack up the death toll. Now I want to point out that famine is nothing new, and there are a lot of countries that are suffering from this right now. Nigeria, South Sudan, Somalia, these are just a few. These are all countries where a large part of the population doesn't have regular access to food, and hunger is a daily struggle for these people. And that's just to name a few. However, Baba Vanga's prediction takes it a step further, and she believes that this famine will impact a greater portion of the world. She believes that this will happen due to climate change related issues. Climate change has been known to cause problems for the development and upkeep of food before. This manifests itself in a variety of different ways. One is the drastic increase of storms. Climate change causes heavy and dangerous storms to appear more frequently, and this will obviously harm any crops that are growing and damage that land where those crops were intended to grow. Higher CO2 levels, and this is something that I actually didn't know, but they reduce the nutritional value of crops that were growing. So even if you grow them and you have high CO2 levels, then you're not going to get nearly as much nutrients as you would have gotten if there was less CO2. I don't want to touch on this one too much because we're going to talk about it in a later entry, but water and the lack of water will make it near impossible to grow any crops. Climate-related famine is certainly a possibility and something that I honestly think will happen. I'm not sure if we're going to see it to the scale that Baba Vanga predicts, but I definitely believe that the places that are already struggling, such as the ones that I mentioned earlier, will sadly continue to do so and probably get worse. Number 3 on this list is the further development of virtual reality. Now, I need to clarify this because obviously virtual reality will continue to develop. We've already seen major advancements in the last 5 years. Baba Vanga thinks that this is going to take a major leap in 2022 though. She dives straight into a Black Mirror episode and predicts that virtual reality is going to get so advanced that humans will get lost in the world and become trapped in it. Now, if this is going to happen, then a lot of things will need to change in terms of VR from right now. From my understanding of virtual reality, you throw something on your face, and even though you look and you feel as if you're in another place, you're still very aware of your real physical world, and if you ever wanted to, you could just take the virtual reality thing off your face, and then you're back to regular reality. So the way that they have it set up right now, I don't see any chance of you getting lost in another world because you could just leave whenever you felt like it. However, if we were to develop virtual reality to a point where you become unconscious, then I could see how this could work. I think that it would have to be something like in the movie Inception, where you pass out and then you enter this dreamlike state. If there was any way to upload your consciousness to a virtual reality world, then we could definitely get lost in it. For right now, I don't think this is going to happen in 2022, but I think that this is 100% something that could take place in the future. If you've ever watched or played any virtual reality stuff, then you'll notice that the graphics, I mean, they're certainly not the ones that we're used to when you're playing Xbox or PlayStation or something. Who knows, maybe the government has some virtual reality technology that is way more advanced than anything available to the public that I don't know about, and that gets released in 2022, and Baba Vanga's prediction does happen. I do feel though, like this one might take a few decades still. Number 2 on this list is the appearance of a very dangerous virus from a glacier. Now this is something that I'm going to be talking about in another video as well, but it's simply just too good and too realistic to not bring it up in this one. Baba Vanga believes that due to climate change, glaciers will melt, and in those glaciers a virus will be released that will ravage the planet. This is so scary, not only because COVID has just happened and is still happening, so diseases are pretty triggering to me, but because there is so much truth to this. I'm sure that we've all heard the glaciers are melting and the sea levels are rising due to climate change. This is already really damaging and bad for the environment, but these glaciers do carry viruses in them as well. Scientists who examine such things have taken samples from glaciers that are thousands of years old. In these samples, they have found traces of viruses and bacteria that have managed to survive in the ice during all of this time. The things that they have found are also unlike anything that we've ever seen before in other viruses. This is a big problem and something that we need to take note of. If we've never seen these viruses before, then our immune systems have no idea how to handle them. It's like a completely foreign language to our body that has no idea what it is or what it can do. Because of this, it could totally rip through the human race if the outbreak was big enough and it was a contagious virus. Learning a new language takes time, and our immune systems might not have that kind of time to adjust to these new diseases. It should also be noted that these viruses might not just affect humans, but maybe it affects animals or plants. Those things wouldn't have the defenses to deal with this either and might not be able to sustain themselves. This could collapse the whole ecosystem, which in turn could collapse the whole human race. Basically, this is something that needs to be dealt with ASAP because the damage it could cause could be irreversible. Number 1 on this list is a lack of drinking water. Baba Vanga has predicted that in 2022, the world will suffer from a lack of clean water, and that water will in turn become a very expensive and highly sought after resource. This prediction from Baba Vanga is honestly not that far-fetched at all, and I believe could have a lot of truth to it. The global population is rising every single day, and at the time of making this video, there is 7.75 billion people on the planet. That's almost a billion more than what we had in 2010, and this dramatic increase of the population will just continue to rise and rise. Every additional person that is born and living on this planet needs to have clean drinking water to survive, and as of right now, we are not replenishing that clean water as fast as we're using it up. Mexico City, one of the bigger cities in the world, is located on top of an ancient freshwater basin. This is not being refilled though, and as the city uses its water, it's beginning to sink. In fact, the city as a whole is sinking roughly 9 inches per year, which really starts to add up after a while if you think about it. California is going through something similar and has suffered a very serious drought over the last few years. Even after they got hit with some extremely heavy rainfall to counteract this, it still didn't do enough to refill what they had lost. We also have to factor in that fresh water isn't just used for our drinking, but also for the food that we eat. All of the vegetation that we grow requires fresh water to thrive. The animals that we breed, they need to drink water too. Basically, water is one of our most precious resources, and we are surely running out of it. A lack of drinking water would not only hurt our vegetation and us, but the amount of wars that it would incite and conflicts that it would cause, it would be massive. I can't say for certain that 2022 will be the year that it all comes crashing down, but Baba Vanga believes that it certainly could be. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the top 5 scary Baba Vanga predictions that might come true in 2022. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this list and which one you think truly could happen and cause some serious damage to us or the planet. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.